All right, so we got three people that are watching on X. Thank you guys for watching. I know my head is floating. I got on a green sweater, the altcoin season sweater. Um, I'm actually very, very cold right now, and this is the only sweater that I have down here. So that's what we're dealing with right now. I have a floating head situation going on, but we'll address that a little bit later. But let me add some things here. The crypto market has been, I don't know, it's been kind of depressing, and the the viewership on live streams as well as videos has not really been up there. And maybe it's just me, but I was looking around and seeing, what others are doing as well, and those are also very, very low, depending on a certain thing that you are talking about. So it's like, I don't know, it's been kind of depressing. It's been like, a time where I really don't want to I feel like we don't really have the amount of people to consistently have like hold a conversation, you know what I mean? So we have like a few like tens of people that are here, which is okay. I mean, typically we can go back and forth, but there's also that lag time in between each person's comment. So um, what's making everything pump? What's the news? There's no real news that's making everything pump. We're still seeing a ton of negativity within the news, always talking about the XRP case and how it could go the opposite way and what we don't believe in and all of that stuff. Um, and there's no real news as to why things are moving in this direction, mainly just more of a little bit of a recovery. Now, I still do believe that we will see, different touch points of the 200 EMA, and I think we're hovering around here. So we'll definitely get into that as we go into uh, Margex and look at that. So just give me a few minutes. Actually, let me put Margex in the chat. Trade up to 100x leverage with Margex. If you guys want to start trading with Margex, I'll put a link in the chat. It'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Also, we got 24 people that are here. Make sure you hit that like button. I don't know how many people we have on Rumble. Um, but yeah, honestly, the amount of people that have been on Rumble has been, maybe the notifications are going out there. I really don't know what's the deal, but you just don't see the same amount of attention, or maybe YouTube's just not pushing these videos like for everyone. I really don't 100% know, but we may do what we have. All right, so we're good here. Let's see. ALCX, Alchemex for the win, baby. I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for that as well. I invested a good, I believe, $500 or $600 into it. I think right now it's sitting at a lower level, just because everything has kind of come back a bit. Um, but yeah, I invested somewhere around $500 or $600 into that play. Currently down $122. It's currently at a $22 price or $23 price. I definitely see that having a decent future, as well as API 3. API 3 is a good play that I've been invested into and has moved quite a bit. I kind of wish I would have put a little bit more in there, but I currently have 100 API 3 and I'm sitting on that. I do want to move my bonk. Matter of fact, I should probably move my bonk over to since it is a meme coin, move it over to my Coinbase wallet where I hold meme coins there. So let me see. Let me go over here and I'll do it like this. It'll be easier to do it this way on my phone. But yeah, how's everybody doing today? Anybody invest into anything while we saw lows? Did you invest with Margex? I saw a lot of like volume that was going through, and maybe people that are buying long as you see, low levels that you are at, which honestly is amazing. Receive from Coinbase. connect to Coinbase. Got to do it that way. And then I'll select my asset, which should be Bonk. And I'll just keep that over there, and I'll just send it over there and leave it. Max. And we'll send it. Network fee is very, very cheap right now. Well, it's going to be cheap because Solana. Where is Coinbase? There it is. All right. Yeah, so I'm trying to move a majority or all of my meme coins over to my meme coin wallet. Um, and then I'll be good by having everything meme coin related over there. The issue is that if you want to sell your meme coins very fast, you now have to like send it to a certain exchange in order to sell it very fast. Or I mean, you could swap it throughout your wallet, which honestly is always an option. I bought some Myro and Honk last night for the first time, and I'm just learning how to use Solana blockchain. Honestly, so am I. I can say that I was a fan of Solana, but I never really dove into buying a lot of Solana coins. And I just am starting to get very familiar and really, breaking down where I can purchase it, how I can use it, how cheap it is, how fast it is. And honestly, that's something that's great. It's fast, it's cheap, but the issue is getting the money on the Solana chain for me, which honestly, through Coinbase, if you're sending Solana through Coinbase, you're going to be sending wrap Solana, I believe. Even though it's on the Solana chain, you're still sending wrap Solana, which you will not be able to trade anything if you don't have, real Solana, right? That was my issue. I was trying to trade on Jupiter, and I sent all of my Solana some Solana over to from Coinbase over to this platform, Coinbase Wallet, and it gave me wrap Solana. And when I sent it from crypto.com, it sent actual Solana, so I was able to trade and do that. So crypto.com is the way to go if you're looking to send real Solana to your Coinbase wallet or any wallet that works with Solana. Unrelated to this channel, but just started a Fidelity account transferring what little I have on Robinhood to it. Excited to start investing in some ETFs like maybe VOO and SCHD. So you can trade ETFs or buy ETFs on Robinhood as well. But Fidelity, I think, is just the account. I don't know. It just stands different. Like I feel like with my Fidelity account, it's more of my long-term accounts that I'm sitting on there, and being able to buy some of these things for my retirement accounts for my Roth IRA, which honestly you can set up a Roth IRA and other brokerage accounts as well, but still my 529 accounts, Harper and Hayden's 529 accounts, all the different things. You can get a full breakdown of everything. Sorry that I'm completely see-through right now. You can see right through me besides altcoin season here. You got a floating head situation that's going on. But I'm insanely cold down here. Again, this is my only sweater. I might be able to go get another sweater. And if it gets too hot down here, then I'll change back into my t-shirt. But right now it's cold. But that's good that you were able to start a Fidelity account. You can swap assets on Tangent now. I don't know what that is. Picked up more Bone. What price is Bone at? Can Bonk go as high as Doge? So I don't think it will go as high as Doge right now. I think it can definitely go as high as Doge at the current value, which is like a 10 or 12 or something billion-dollar market cap. I think it can definitely get there. Can it go as high as Doge did, up to a 90 something billion-dollar market cap, or even where Doge will be at a 100 plus billion-dollar market cap? No, I don't think it will get there. Just to be completely honest, but multiple billions should be enough for where Bonk can actually go. And seeing a 10x from the 1 billion mark, or a 15x or something from where we are now, like that's kind of what I would assume we would see for Bonk. Now, it all depends how much popularity it gets. Right now, with the popularity that I'm seeing, it can get to a value of 10 to 15 billion dollar market cap. I think no problem. Um, when Matic dipped down to 69 cents the other day, I had to load up. Yeah, I mean, you see these low prices, you had to go. I had to do the same thing in XRP. And if you don't know, recently I bought XRP. Look at how see-through this is. Look at this. I'm gonna change into something else. But I'm gonna take this design. I'm definitely gonna put this design on other on like a t-shirt. But I need to get out of this thing here. All right. Now I got another sweater, but yeah, still cold. Eventually it'll get super hot down here though, but it's like it goes from cold to hot immediately. Yeah, I know. I just like how Fidelity is, because I plan on this being long term. I don't know. It just feels better to me. I agree, 100%. It Fidelity does feel a lot better to me, and I've heard the same thing from other people that use it. It's just a better overall platform, as you can break everything down for that long term aspect. When it comes to Robinhood, it doesn't really seem like something that's truly long term, even though my dividend portfolio will be that. It just, I don't know, it just doesn't feel that way. If we look at, again, XRP, I have 20,000 XRP. I broke down my exit plan yesterday, which typically, again, I talked about how viewership is like really low within the crypto space. Um, and yeah, typically those videos there, as I go through exit plans, will get a decent amount of views or viewership there. But, I think interest within the crypto market has kind of fallen down a little bit, right? People, as we see things flourish and we see it fall, it it hurts people more and more, and they're just like they give up on crypto overall, because as they see the market start to run, they want to say, okay, now the markets are running, now I'm going to be a part of it. But they get into it at the high point. They buy into it at a level where it's at a 1.7, 1.8 trillion dollar market cap, and they're like, now this is where I make that investment. And then everything falls from there back down to a 1.5 trillion dollar market cap, dropping 300 plus billion dollars overall. It makes people feel some type of way where they're like, will I ever catch a break? And they're always looking for it to make that move to show me that it's positive. But the problem is that they're investing at the wrong times while it's showing them that it's positive, right? They're investing while it has increased so much and they don't want to miss out. The fear of missing out really gets people into that play at a level of a $1.8 trillion market cap, but then not realize that it's completely overbought. Like if we go into Margex really quick, if you guys want to trade on Margex, I have a link to Margex down in the description. Also, it's in the chat. If you want to start trading on this platform, great platform, really, really like it. I like the full breakdowns that you can get. It looks like XRP is still holding on this line, which is fantastic to see. It hasn't really broken below it, and it's been holding this level for quite some time. We'll keep this line here to see what that trend is, and if it does eventually break through that trend. But right now, that's kind of the channel that we're dealing with, is this channel here, and kind of getting away from this position, or this movement, but looking at these touch points here and how this has kind of stayed within this trend line has been amazing. But what I'm more interested in is Bitcoin, right? I want to see how close they are getting to that 200 EMA, because as you look at it overall, the 200 EMA is playing catch up. And I said that what you will probably see is you're going to see it push up to about 42, which it is getting closer and closer to that level, currently at 41, 41 or 42, or sorry, 41 or 42. And when it gets up to that level of 41 or 42 to 44, right, or 45 or something like that, you'll see it kind of pull back a little bit. And then it'll play that touch point with the 200 EMA and then eventually bounce off of that. And that should be somewhere around the end of March or April levels. So I don't expect to see any major movements, which honestly is not great for YouTube overall, because we're not going to see a ton of viewership and interest within the markets because of how far it has dropped. But what you probably will see is that where it will touch the 200 EMA eventually, and then it will start to move after it does touch or get close to that 200 EMA, which should be around the $40 price point. Don't think that it's just going to come all the way back down here. Successfully withdrew something. Oh, okay. Successfully withdrew. So that was I was going to say, did I get liquidated off of a move that was it was purely positive right now? But yeah, I just withdrew something into Coinbase, so we'll see how that has come across. But anyways, either way, what I believe we'll see is this play catch up, and it'll be somewhere around maybe this point that we see this get to. Wait, where are we at? March, the end of March. Yeah, so somewhere around the 40,000. So end of March as we get into April, and then things will start to pick up with the interest around the halving. However, you may see another like sell the news type of an event, but it should be more of a consolidated form. We'll see how that looks, and then we'll see that take off after the fact. That's my opinion. That's where I believe it's going to go. Again, that's just me. And again, if you guys want to start trading with Margex, is a fantastic platform that saves everything that you draw as you go through different positions. Again, I was just drawing something on XRP's chart, and it does take a while as you have the larger look to it, each daily candlestick. But yeah, it keeps whatever you have there. It keeps your dynamic updates for your indicators that you have, as well as being able to trade on leverage. Honestly, it's a really, really good platform. I like it. I like it a lot. If I could swap on it, that would be 700 times better. I didn't put out the trash. Give me a second. I don't know what happened to my camera. What in the world happened to the camera? Why would it overheat? All right, well, I guess I don't have a camera right now. Give me like 5 minutes and I'll turn it back on. But for some reason, the camera overheated. So let me take this off of here. But I am back. I'm here. You just can't really see me at the moment. But currently, we're sitting at a 1.6 trillion dollar market cap. We're up about 2% on the day. Bitcoin is up to $41,379, $41,390. It's up 3% or over 3%. Ethereum is up about 1.5%. So you're probably seeing Bitcoin's dominance that is increasing as well. Yeah, just a little bit. It's up to 50.61%. If you want to see BNB, it's currently at about 2% of an increase. Solana is up 4%. That's great to see that back above $90, which should bring my position within Margex finally back up to a, over the break even point and at a profit. So that's good to see. XRP, that's up to 52 cents. That's great to see as well. Cardano is up to 48 cents, almost at that 50-cent level, right? Avalanche or AVAX is up to $32, $32.05. It's up 6% on the day. Dogecoin up 2% on the day. Tron up about 2.5%. What's moving the most within the top 100? It looks like Sats. Sats is up 21%. And that is almost at $1 billion market cap. We're seeing CFX. That's up 13%. AKT, that's up 12.6% right now. Ethereum named service, that's also up to $20 or 11% increase on the day. Optimism, Bonk is up quite a bit. Near Protocol, Ordi, Caspa is up 7% on the day. Yeah, I mean, things look very, very positive. Very positive. It's not just a slight recovery. We're seeing a lot of things that are recovering quite a bit. I do want to check out Grok because I haven't talked about or looked at Grok in a little bit. I guess back up to 37% of a penny from the level of 32% of a penny where it was. And, I still hold on to my million Grok that I have over in MetaMask, and I think I might be moving that over to a Coinbase wallet, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll see what I end up doing there. But yeah, that's where the markets are right now. Anything else we should really look at? Maybe I should look at my watch list. My watch list always tells me everything that I should have, or everything that I have. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana up 4%, XRP up 2%, Caspa is one of my positions up 7%, Kronos also, up about 2%, Terra Luna Classic 2%, Teller is up by about 8%. I wanted to buy more of that, but I just didn't end up doing it. Jasmine Coin up to 51 or almost 52% of a penny. Anchor is up 2%, ARK is down by 4%. ACH, or sorry, not ACH, why do I keep saying that every time I see this? ALCX is up about 4%. Harvest Finance, Krill Coin, Elmo, Grok, Lucky's Leper Coin is up by 2% as well. I made a video recently on that. Like, I was looking at some of the videos that I had like on my channel. Give me a second. I was looking at some of the videos that I had on my channel. Come on. And it's like some of the videos are just not getting the amount of views that they would typically get. At least like the minimum is like 1,000 some odd views. But yeah, we're not really seeing the same level we've seen in the past, and it's because of how far it has like dropped. The overall market has increased up to 1.8 and then dropped down so far. That's probably the reason why we are seeing that. Guys, if you could hit the like button, please do so. We got 84 people that are here and 35 likes. And then also on we have one viewer over on X. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Yeah, I believe it's one viewer. Yeah, we got one viewer over on X. Thank you for watching, as well as having 14 people that are watching over on Rumble. I appreciate that as well. Feel free to hit that like button. Hey, buddy, all good, homie. Bitcoin's at 41,394. Yeah, it's been moving quite a bit. You know, it's been making a move, and it's good to see that movement again. What I typically see, or what I plan to see, I hope that this is the bounce, or it's a near bounce rather than an actual bounce, because typically you'll see it create touch points within the 200 EMA or whatever the indicator actually is, and then it'll jump off of those levels. However, you could also see kind of that near miss scenario where it's a near touch point and then bounces and starts to run because it already had a massive pullback overall. But it didn't come back to the 200 EMA. So it's like, what indicator are you really going off of? And maybe there's another indicator that's stronger within Bitcoin. But I've been using the 200 EMA and it seems to be holding strong and touching it at least. Um, are you bullish on quant? What are your price predictions for quant in the bull run? So yeah, I do like quant. Um, am I bullish on it? Yeah, I'm bullish on a lot of things in the market. Honestly, overall crypto will run. So I'm not really concerned with that at all. Um, but quant with, I believe, 12 million coins in supply and the previous levels that it did get to, you know, um, it's not ridiculous to say multiple thousands of dollars couldn't be a thing, right? If we look at all history and the highest prices has been to, it shows $300 or $400 that it has been to in a price. And if we look at the highest market cap that it has been, it was a $4 billion market cap. I expect a lot out of quant. I expect a larger movement and where this can go. The issue is that I wanted to buy it. I would be covering it a lot more, and I did cover it in the past. I wanted to buy it um, because I do see that overall potential and where it can and where it will go. But you know, I didn't get it at these low points that I wanted to get it at. Like I wanted to buy it down here, where it was at like a $40 price point, I want to say, $46 to be more specific. And I didn't end up getting it at that point, so I just didn't end up buying it. Because, you know, I missed that opportunity to buy at that level, and how much I was going to buy there would have given me quite a bit. Even at this level, I would have been able to take my initial investment at that point if I wanted to. SEI has been very fun to trade here lately. It looks like something that has a lot of peaks and valleys. Unfortunately, the buyers are the big boys doing it over the counter style. What's up, guys? It's Matt here. What's up, you guys? It is Matt here, um, or not here because my camera is not on. I'm up over 67% on my 20x long. That's great. That's fantastic. When do you plan on taking any type of profit from it? Or when do you plan on taking the entire investment that you made? Or do you want to like see this completely through? I saw that Coinbase now houses over 600,000 BTC. Interesting. That's very interesting. Well, especially with all the ETFs, I mean, that makes sense. And how they're all flowing through Coinbase or being held on Coinbase, that makes sense. Um, I have my ETF on Fidelity, which I believe Fidelity is the the I want to say brokerage, but it's not. Is the platform that's going to be housing, um, their cryptocurrency, their BTC. Quant will go ham along with Maker. I think Maker definitely has a large chance to be worth a lot, and I'm talking price wise, not only market cap wise. I'm talking price wise, which is huge. you're gonna see it through. Because I also have a 10x short set, so I'm making money. Um, not matter of which way it goes, or no matter which way it goes. Yeah, just be careful with those because what you could see is a lot of times in the crypto market it fluctuates, and you could be bumped out of either or price depending on what your movement is and what position you're investing into. So just be careful with that, and I'm sure you're aware of that. I believe Fidelity also uses Coinbase. They don't. Um, they house it themselves. That's the reason why I'm with them. Um, as far as I know, if you see anything different, please let me know because the research that I've done, it showed Fidelity that um, they hold the Bitcoin themselves. They're one of the rare ones that don't use Coinbase. Thanks for warning, Matt. I have a stop loss set. Okay, good, good. It's always great to have that, especially if you're doing it maybe a little bit more short term. But if you have one that's long term, you want to make sure you set where your profits are going to be. Don't just let it hang out there and be out there forever. Like you can see all the different positions that I had that were positive, um, all the different positions that were positive, and now they're not as positive. I could have taken that profit if I wanted to. I was up hundreds of percent on a lot of plays, and now I'm down on some of these plays that are here, but I am up on some of them. They're starting to come back a little bit. But again, this is my long-term portfolio, anyways. What I am doing here, I will do some short-term trades as well, which Shiba Inu, this one was supposed to be more of a short-term trade. Um, the Shiba Inu that I bought with Litecoin was more of a short-term trade to gain about 100%, and I think that will be the case. It'll be amazing to see how far this does go because of how much this has moved here or how little this has moved here and how much you've gained. It's 22%. It's pretty impressive. What are the chances of you making a million this cycle, bro? Are the chances looking good? For me, um, so the chances of me making a million this cycle are, I would say, are probably high. Um, the reason why I say that is because I have so many different positions that have a lot of opportunity for growth, and not necessarily just going all in on the top positions there. I do have some where I'm going all in on the top positions, like XRP as a top play, and going all in on that, looking for not a 100x or 1000x, but if it does happen, I wouldn't be upset about it. But when it comes to things like a Grok, or it comes to things like a Jasmy coin, or it comes to things like a Harvest Finance and Krill. I know that in the beginning, I'm going to be making, tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands within those positions. But the amount that I'm going to gain in the end, I believe, in the next year or 2 years, should be north, honestly, should be north of $1 million. However, it's not a guarantee. I think that is definitely a strong chance as we see everything get back to all-time highs, if not further than that. Absolutely. If we see it 2x over those all-time highs, then it's even more of a chance, right? So I think the chances are high as you have a high amount that's invested. Like I have 60,000 that's invested. So that's basically saying, can I gain within a crypto market that I feel like a lot of things can move more than 10x, especially on the lower end. Um, if you're looking at those plays, $60,000, can that grow up to $1 million? Absolutely. I think it can. Um, Now, if you talked about the stock market and you were asking that and you were like, hey, what's the chances that your $60,000 in your stock market account is going to go to $1 million in the next year? It's like the chances are probably a little bit, a lot slimmer then, um, a lot more slim at that point because of the fact that, the market really grows at a consistent rate, and it's not something that's looked at as kind of the beginning stages and something that's going to blow up based off of max support and adoption. For cryptocurrency, it's about the support and adoption, and we're starting to see a lot of that. And when we get that full adoption, that full support, the sky's the limit for a lot of these things. So I think it's definitely, the chances are higher as I have more that's invested, which again, $60,000 that's invested. As I get up to 100,000, that's like all you need is a 10x. When I say all you need, I mean that may be weird to some people, but it is all you would need. Why do I keep getting so many notifications? Oh, you know what? I received my AVAX over here. So I now should have about, let me refresh this. I now should have a little bit more. Yeah, $29,400. And I now have $778 worth of AVAX, or 24.4 AVAX here. And that came from Margex. So I was able to make some trades and build up some and then send it over to here. So I now hold Avalanche as well, which I think is a good play. And then I also hold some Bitcoin, which I don't know if it got deposited. No, I guess it didn't. But either way, that brought my overall total up, which is great. I heard about your plan to test the 10x longs and ride it out. So I tried it and have had some good profits so far. Now I bump it up to 20x and see what happens. That's where you start to get to. So when you start to bump up the leverage trading, right? The like 20x, 30x, 50x, all of that stuff. Once you get to 50x or 100x or anything like those levels, it's all about the short-term plays. It's never about holding long-term for crypto specifically, because crypto fluctuates so much that I've had times where I was up 1,000% and then down 100% and then up 2,000% and then get completely liquidated. So make sure that you're doing this the right way, right? Because while you can gain a lot within here, you can also lose a lot if you're not willing to accept what those gains are. So just make sure you're doing it more shorter term as you increase the leverage. Don't do it longer term then. Because again, unless you find it at the absolute bottom, you may end up getting completely liquidated out of that play. COQ coin looks half decent for a meme. We'll have to take a look at it at some point. I stand corrected. Fidelity does custody their own digital assets. Yes. Thank you for confirming that. I appreciate that, because like I said, I did research, and that's the reason why I went with FBTC versus going with ARCB or other ones, and also the fee as well. I'm looking like we have a breakthrough at 41,827 or so to break through the next level. Do you think when U.S. markets open, do you think it goes up or goes down for a retest? So when does the markets open a while from now? Do I think it's going to go down? So the issue is that right now I'm seeing it at a certain level where I'm not sure if once the market's open that it's going to react in a certain way and things do end up falling down and retest like these lower areas. But what I'm thinking is that we're going to see a retest of the 200 EMA. That's where I believe that we're going to be. Now, I don't know exactly when that's going to happen. I'm thinking that we may see that trend out like a month or so, maybe 2 months. And that's where we'll see that touch point or final touch point of the 200 EMA before it starts to skyrocket. It is pulled so far away from let me go ahead and get in here. It's pulled so far away from the 200 EMA when you talk about Bitcoin that you have to see that touch point again, or at least a kind of a scare of that touch point. And I feel like this definitely was a scare, but I have a feeling that we're going to see it, increase, catch a level of about 42 to 44, and then decrease down to a level, slowly decrease down to a level to where it reaches 40,000 again at a touch point of the 200 EMA eventually. And then we will see that it starts to skyrocket from there, and that'll be right around the halving point. That's what I'm seeing, but that's more of a longer term look rather than what's going to happen in the next couple of hours. If you can't turn 100 into 200 on spot trading, then leverage trading will be detrimental to your bottom line. So that's not 100% true. So leverage trading, if you can turn, let's say if you can turn that 100 to 120, right? If you turn that leverage trading to, or that trade from 100 to 120, that gives you a better chance of being able to turn that 100 to 200. So if you are able to do a 5x leverage, let's say, a 5x leverage, which will basically mean that you're trading with 20% of the overall position and 80% goes to, is traded through what's called Margex, right? And is funded by Margex. That means that you're able to invest $100 but start trading $500. So while you make $20 out of it, you make 5 times what that is while giving them the money, the overall money back. So you invested $100, it gave you a $500 investment, you made $20 out of that deal, or moved 20%, right? And now you gained 100% out of that trade because it moved 20%. So if you can find a way to gain a smaller amount and stick with that smaller amount, you can consistently be profitable within leverage trading. That's only if you are disciplined within day trading. You have to understand the methods and how you are going to get there and what you see within the position. But it just either it like multiplies the amount that you can gain, obviously, and it multiplies the amount that you can lose, right? So instead of you investing $100 and seeing it go down by 20%, or go down by 5%, you're now seeing that you may have a chance to liquidate your entire position if it drops by 20%. So it's something where it takes practice, and I think practice makes perfect, where you can invest $5 or $10 into it and see what you can do. If you can within leverage trading, then it's for you and you can find that discipline. But the problem is that when people catch that success, so let's say you do end up making money from these leverage trades. Let's say you do end up consistently making 100%, meaning that you're consistently making 20% outside of that, right? Let's say you consistently make 100%. If you do that, then that means that you have this success. Now what happens after you have that success? It starts to get to your head and you're like, maybe I should go 10%, 20%, 30%, 50%. And you want to see how far you can take it until it doesn't work anymore. And then what people do is they take everything that they've gained and they basically like put it all on red type of situation. And that's not what you need to do. You need to stay disciplined. And yes, while you are testing out to see what works, don't throw everything that you made on that, right? Throw maybe a little bit of your profit now on this play at a 20x, right? Maybe you can it can work out. If it doesn't work out, you don't lose everything that you initially invested. You have time and room to really play with how you can make money within Margex, how you can make money within leverage trading. So while it is risky, if you do an isolated margin, you're not risking absolutely everything. You're only risking whatever you invest. Does that make sense? Yeah, start off with small amounts. Absolutely. Hey, Matt, how long do you think it will take Bitcoin to hit $1 million a coin? I mean, probably a long time. I mean, we're still trying to even baby step it to $100,000 a coin. Um, I'm not so sure that it will. Um, at the current level, or at $60,000, we would see a 1 trillion, 1 point something trillion market cap. I don't really know exactly what point we will see it at, um, $1 trillion, but basically around that point. So if we're looking to get to 100,000, we'll see somewhere around what, 1.5, something like that. I haven't done the math on this at all. Um, but if you're seeing up at that level, that means that you need to see multiple trillions of dollars worth of a market cap. And honestly, you could see that within Bitcoin. You could see a 2, 3 trillion, maybe even $10 trillion market cap, right? But the point is that we're not there yet. I think a lot of the movement and belief and use case is starting to flow into other projects that people truly believe in. But then, you still will see that nostalgia. You still will see that store of value, kind of like gold within Bitcoin, right? So it may come in the next, 6 years, maybe 2030, maybe 2040. Who 100% knows? I'm not the biggest Bitcoin fan, but if I did have a larger amount, I would use it as that store value. I wouldn't use it as really that use case. I would just throw it in there and let it grow, and hopefully it's below 100,000 at that point. And that's the only reason that I would use it for, is that, store value, which is what it is. Um, so we're still trying to baby step to 100,000, I would say, rather than that. Let me turn on my camera. Give me a second. Um, but yeah, guys, we have 129 people here. If you can hit that like button, I would greatly appreciate it. I know, views have not been the best, and if you guys are here, feel free to support me and hit that like button. It does help out the channel and helps out growth. If you don't support me at all, that's fine. Feel free to hit the dislike button if you want to. Any engagement does help overall. Good morning, Matt. How are you doing this morning? Happy Friday. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. We finally, we were dealing with potty training with Hayden for such a long time, and we still are, I would say. Um, but I was so happy yesterday that I want to preach to the skies that, she finally went number 2 in the toilet, and we've been potty training. She just hasn't gone. She just, we noticed that, she would really hold it, and if we tried too hard. So we knew that eventually she'd be able to go. And yesterday was a, historic day for her. So I'm really happy, um, that she was able to do that. I'm very proud of her. Um, that, she's growing up and everything, but, it's a long time coming. It's a long time. And we've been potty training since like, 1.5 or something. And she pretty much got number 1 down very, very quickly. Number 2 just never happened. And, finally, yesterday, it happened. So I know this is not the topic you guys want to talk about, but either way, I'm happy about it. Congrats to her for overcoming that hurdle. Yeah, it was definitely a long road there. Good morning, Matt. Have you looked into how VeChain distribution of VeThor tokens, are automatic? I haven't looked into it. I usually look heavily into things that I'm invested in, and I'm not invested into, uh, you know, VeThor. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. Uh, VeThor or VeChain. I'm not invested into those. So I just, I typically like to look into a lot of things that I am invested into. But I will, dive into things from time to time. It looks like we're starting to see a little bit of a pullback of a couple $100 for Bitcoin. It's such a relief on the on the wallet to get rid of diapers. Well, yeah, I mean we're still in pull-ups for like the nighttime and stuff like that, but she overcame that turtle. I got what you did there. That's pretty funny. Um, I tried Bybit, but it says not available in the US. Getting to the point of no more formula and diapers is such a great feeling. Yeah. VChain George talks about it often. George. Is that from Cryptos R Us? Is that his name? Or are we talking about a different George? Is his name George? I don't even know. Honestly. I don't watch enough YouTube. I try to stay away. Yes, I try to stay away from, watching too much YouTube because I can go down a rabbit hole of watching so many different creators that talk about cryptocurrencies and everything. Honestly, Blowfin is the App Store Plus website. It is sweet and available in the United States as of now. George doesn't really talk about um, VeChain as much. Congrats, Matt, on the 20,000 XRP. Yeah, I'm excited about that. Having 20,000 XRP, I'm very, very excited about that. Because it opens up the door. If you didn't see my exit plan, I don't know if I still have it up. Um, but yeah, if you didn't see my exit plan, I broke this all down exactly how I would spend it. My ultimate amount is turning basically $10,000 that I have invested into there, or technically 12 that I have invested, um, into 3.8 million. That would be fantastic. However, it's not a guarantee that will happen. But it does open the door for some of these other levels that I see. Even if it gets to a like $20 price, I can still have, hundreds of thousands of dollars in the end. So again, I'm very, very excited for what this could and what this will be. I believe it will get to a value of a no-brainer value for me of a $20 price point. Whether that's $1 or $2 trillion, I believe that's a no-brainer level, and I will take decent amounts of XRP as time goes on. It'll make me feel great by taking my initial investment plus $500, and then seeing that go from there and being worth a lot more will be fantastic. However, right now, I'm sitting on 20,000. I'm done buying XRP for now, and excited for it. If you guys want any of these exit plan spreadsheets, I have these over on Patreon where I have, a Grok exit plan spreadsheet. I have a Caspa exit plan spreadsheet, Jasmy, Terra Luna Classic, Shiba Inu, Quant, Ethereum, BTC. And honestly, it can go a lot further than 100,000, but I just put it at that level um, to see that there. But yeah, it can probably go a lot further than that. Most likely will. But yeah, let me go back to which one was it? XRP. Anyone here playing Power World? I've heard of this game and I'm hesitant to play it because like I really really like and have always liked Pokemon, and I wanted Pokemon to create a game like that, and everybody has asked for that game just like that, and I don't understand why it has never been created to be just like, well, not just like this, not everything that's there, but at least um, how we see it, how they at least certain parts of it. But yeah, I want to I want to play it, but I also don't want to play it at the same time because it'll make me feel like I'm playing Pokemon without actually playing Pokemon. I'm having a lot of fun with Power World. Yeah. I want to play it, but I'm like, I shouldn't. I shouldn't. Um, let's see. Actually, I wanted to go into, let's check my dividend portfolio because I was thinking about putting more money in the dividend portfolio, but also um, I gotta log in. I was thinking about putting more money in the dividend portfolio, but I unable to log in because it's stupid. That's what it is. Still unable to log in? Hell, is this it? It is. Um, but yeah, I wanted to put more money in the dividend portfolio, but I've been, paying off things here and there and just trying to limit the amount of, car loans, student loans that I have to pay during the month and, shrinking that down so that we don't have to worry about that rather than throwing money into a place to where it's probably going to gain about 10%. But currently I'm sitting at 13,000 in my dividend portfolio, which is phenomenal, meaning that this month alone, I've added somewhere around 3,800 or 3,000, no, 3,000 like 600 or $700 into this portfolio, which is phenomenal for 1 month. Absolutely phenomenal for 1 month. It is down about $7.74. If we look at the last week, it's still up $137. In the last 3 months, it's up $532.73 or 4%. So I'm excited about this portfolio. I want to see it grow a lot more. And I know while you continue to invest more and more, while I continue to invest more and more, it leaves it open for being able to fall or increase more and more. Even if it's only 1% of $100,000 is still a lot of money, right? Or 4% of $100,000 is still a lot of money, right? And if it moves by 1% in a day, if it moves by 2% in a day, that could be plus or minus a couple $1,000s, you know, um, which would be insane. But either way, I'm excited for this portfolio and I will continue to invest. Look out for the video coming, in the beginning of the month or somewhere within the month on everything that I get paid out when it comes to dividends. So far, I've been paid out like $13.10 in dividend payments. So I believe it'll get up closer to like 30 or $40 worth of dividend payments. And I will continue. What I will do is show you guys how much I collect in dividends, how much I plan to collect the next month in dividends, as well as how I plan to use this dividend investment. I'm not reinvesting into it, so it's not a reinvestment, automatic reinvestment. It's going to be just gathering all of the dividends up and then spending all of those dividends. Um, that's how it's going to be. I saw your post on um, X. I saw your post on X about $10 a day at CRO. Such a great idea. I think I'll start doing that too. Almost every YouTuber I've listened to is extremely bullish on CRO, so much upside potential and longevity. Yeah, I agree. I was like, I want to do that where I know a lot of people I've seen videos where they were like, I'm investing $100 a day into Apple. And I'm like, I don't have $100 a day to invest. I don't have $3,000 per month to invest into Apple or invest into whatever. Um, uh, I've seen $100 a day into an ETF or $100 a day into the S&P 500. And I was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and shrink that down to like $10. And I tried to do that over on crypto.com, but they have a minimum of $15. So I was like, well, now I can't do a recurring crypto.com one, but also I wouldn't be able to have that full breakdown of what the percentages that I gained in it because I have CRO over on crypto.com, but I don't have any CRO over here. So that meaning that I can basically say, how much I've gained, right? Yes, it is down 22%, but this position is up quite a bit, or $22. This position is up by about 3%. Since I invested into it. So I will continue to invest $10 every single day. I just need to remember every day to do that because they don't have daily recurring investments on Coinbase. They have weekly investments, which I haven't found a way to do it daily unless somebody can fill me in if they do have it. I have an auto investment set up to $7 a week into 5 different companies. That way, I'm investing $1 a day, so to speak. Yeah, I wanted to. So this is the thing is that I could have the opportunity to invest in every week. I can invest in $70 worth, which wouldn't be bad doing that. However, um, it wouldn't be the same dynamic as investing $10 a day, because you see the fluctuation, right? Because one day it could be insanely up, and then the day that you're investing, it could be, insanely down, which you gain a lot from. But it could also be the opposite, where it's insanely down, and then the day that you invest, it's insanely up, and then goes back down to normal, right? That's Coinbase does allow for daily recurring investments. I haven't found the ability to do that, and if I could find the ability to do that, let me go over to Coinbase on my phone and see if I can set it up. Because I tried to do it on here and it only gave me the option um, for weekly. Let's let's not put things in the chat like that. But I missed everyone here. I didn't miss one single person. Don't do that. Um, I know it's always an awkward situation. You're trying to make things awkward right now. That's what you're trying to do. Let me go in here and um, look for CRO, and we will invest into it. And we'll see if we can do a recurring buy on it. One-time order, recurring buy. See, it does. So why didn't it allow you to do that on there? It does allow you to do it on here. All right, let's do this then. So then I don't have to worry about like wondering if it's going to buy. So do I buy $11 worth? I always get a reaction. Yeah. Let's not do that. Um, so do I do $11 because it charged me? Yeah, it charged me $1. The minimum order is $1.99, which is cool. Um, you'd be paying daily fees though. Yeah, daily fees of $1. That's fine. I expect the growth to be more than that. So on those fees, that's fine. I don't care if I'll be paying daily fees. Either way, it would be by percentage. Can I do that in Coinbase Advanced? I can't set up a daily buy in Coinbase Advanced, can I? Because that would be a lot cheaper. Coinbase fees suck. Yeah, they're not great. Um, that's not a bad idea. Is to go. Come on, Coinbase Advanced. Sign up for Coinbase One. Um, would that make a difference? I don't think that would really make a difference because it would be $30 a month, or I would pay $30 in fees a month. So if I buy $10 worth of CRO every single day, it's going to be like $1 a day, which would be $30 a month, and $30 to $31 a month, which means that I would have $30. Like if I pay $30, I would have zero fees for that, but I would also pay $30. So if I had Coinbase One, I would pay $30. If I didn't have Coinbase One, I would pay $30. So no matter what, it would be the same thing. So that really doesn't make sense unless I was able to buy on, let's see, CRO. And let's see if we can set up, I don't think we can set up a recurring buy on Coinbase Advanced. No, at least I don't see one. So the only way, yeah, but you can buy other coins. I mean, yeah, I could, but I typically buy in Coinbase Advanced anyways. It's going to be super, super cheap to buy those anyways. And then if I spend, which I do, $10,000, it's going to be not active anyways. That's your break even, and all other trades are free. I mean, maybe if I would actively make trades. If I would actively make trades, I'm trying to think if I would. But no matter what, I guess that would be beneficial. Okay. Maybe. Let me set up the thing first, and then we'll see what we can do afterwards. I don't really want to have another subscription. I freaking hate subscriptions because I have subscriptions to pretty much everything at this point, especially for work. Um, with Streamlabs and Adobe Premiere Suite and all of these other things, it's like it adds up. And I honestly don't need it, but I have those things to make it easier. I've saved a ton of fees. So, yeah. Let me go and say bye to Harper real quick and I'll be right back. But hit that like button while I'm gone and hit that subscribe button. Guess what? I'm back. I am back. I balanced that out with stocks and have lost in. No, you're never done with crypto. Um, Capital gains. I haven't bought. I think I'm getting into a conversation I don't need to get into. Guys, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and support the channel. Appreciate it. Also, anybody that's over on Rumble, thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button. We got 3 likes. Let's see. I bought some honk because of alpha access, and it's doing pretty good. Um, Save M is tanking. HD access is 1 for 2 for me. Yeah, I mean, they definitely have some good plays. They call out a lot of them. Sometimes you might have to be a little bit shorter term, and as you gain 100%, accept that 100%. Don't wait for it to go 1,000%. Like, be happy with the fact that if you gained quite a bit from that, it could even be 50%. Understand that we're coming to a world that we can see all of these gains that we want to see in the stock market, in the crypto market. Like, in the stock market, we would love to see 10, 20%. As you put $100, turn it into 120. But it seems like in the crypto market, it's changed a lot of people's narratives to where it's like you have $100 and you want to turn it into $1,000 automatically. And that's not something that is feasible every single time. But what if you can find the ability to um, change your mindset and go back to, if I can gain 20%, that would be great. Then you can consistently gain that 20% as you go along. Now, you may be missing out on some that move 100 or 200% by gaining that 20%, but either way, you're still gaining a lot out of it, and you don't get upset if you miss out on 100% because you gain 20 or 40%. If I turn $1,000 into $1,200, I should be happy. But people are more happy with turning $1,000 into 2,000 or 3,000 or 10,000, right? So you kind of need to change that mindset if it's going to be short-term trading. And I think that's something that I'm even struggling with is, especially like I look at Bonk. Bonk for me, I believe that it has a lot of potential going forward. As you see a longer term output. But the point is that the short term play should have been to where I look to turn that to $300 into 600, right? And then that 600, I take that investment, pull it out and wait for it to come back. And then I end up reinvesting for the long term, right? Or I take out my initial investment and leave the rest that's in there. And then I can be happy with that. That's what I should have done, but I struggle with that sometimes where I have the mindset it's like, yeah, this can grow a lot more and I'm in it for the long term when I should be doing more of a short-term trade. And that's something that Margex helps me with is I do have long-term investments within there to see how that does flourish, but I also make short-term investments into there, and it helps me understand that, yeah, I can gain 100% and accept that 100%. The crypto report, Crypto Kip, mention how you support CRO and it's a sleeping giant. How I support CRO and it's a sleeping giant. CDC is getting ready to launch an exchange app in the US. I know they were looking to do that for a while, and then it got kind of halted with everything that was going on with exchanges and stuff and the SEC and everything there, which is still a thing, but if they're not offering, and that's probably the reason why, they're not offering Terra Luna Classic or going to be offering Terra Luna Classic anymore is because of that, where they're going to be trying to adhere, I guess, to whatever US laws we have in place, even though it's not very clear. I guess the CDC app in the US is a mild comparison to the rest of the world. Probably. Love to see you reaching your goals. It's inspiring for all of us. Thank you for saying that. Goals are what help you move forward. If you don't have any goals, it's like what's the point of doing whatever you're doing? I was just talking to Erica about this because we were watching this show on Netflix called like Trust or something like that. It's like a thing where you have all these people in the house and they have the chance to split $250,000, right? Which honestly isn't really a lot for like 10 people that's there, to go on a show for maybe multiple weeks and spend their time doing that. But honestly, you can get like exposure and popularity as well as making money from it. Um, but they had this millionaire on there. His name was um, Bryce. He was a millionaire, and we were talking about if you have a certain amount of money, like what's the point in um, trying to turn that massive amount of money into so much more when it's in reality all you have to do is think about how you can make that money last, right? For me, if I make a level of if I make anything in the short term, if I make anything, worth multiple millions of dollars, I know I can make that last based on, putting it into a place where I can gain 10%, 9%, 8%, whatever, standard 10% overall, and end up pocketing $100,000 minus taxes and being able to live off of whatever that is alone, as well as all of the other forms of income that I would have, because I wouldn't give up working just because I have, millions of dollars. But the point is like, I'm not at that point, I'm not working to gain any crazy amounts of money. Um, I'm working just to sustain, right? And everything that I'm doing, if I cut back on anything, it's all about spending as much time as I can with my family while we have this time on this earth. Because honestly, the only thing we can't get back is time, right? So, what's the point after you get to that point? But right now, since you're in the stages to where you don't have those millions of dollars, right? Don't have those millions of short-term money that you can consistently utilize to fund your everyday life. Um, you got to work your way up to that point. Now, I made a lot of money in my years, and I'm not old or anything, but I've made a lot of money, and I've spent a lot of money, and I don't expect to spend a lot less. I don't expect to do that because we um, we love experiences and being able to experience those things with the kids and give them something that they haven't ever experienced, and honestly I've never experienced. My first time to Disney, I've never been to Disney. I was like, I don't understand what the hype is all about, why you would want to go there every year, but it's not for me, right? Even though some of the rides are still fun, like Guardians of the Galaxy and a lot of the other rides, they're fun. But I notice that I get more excitement out of seeing the excitement on Harper's face, seeing the excitement on Hayden's face. And that's what it's all about. It's about, you know, being able to, um, enjoy the time that you have with your family. You need money to experience experiences. Absolutely. Especially if you're going to Disney and how much that costs, because it's expensive. You could freaking go to Hawaii and have a month stay. This one string is like super long compared to this other string. There we go. I got it. Perfect. Or we can go to Hershey and have fun there. It's all about making memories. Your kids will remember for the rest of their lives. Absolutely. Because you never know how much time you have with them. We can work for so long. And I love working, don't get me wrong. Um, but I also like them to understand what I do. Harper will always talk about the fact that um, I don't have a career, and she thinks I don't have a career. I think now she understands. But she was like, "Oh, well, you don't have a career because you just you're at home all day. You never leave, the house." And I'm like, "That's where I work. This is like what's downstairs in my like office area, even though it seems open, is my work area. This is my office." You know. Good morning, M. Crease. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. How are you doing this morning? Uh, I like enough money to buy top rate racehorse. Um, That would be my one treat. Yeah, I mean, it would be, wouldn't it be expensive to like, upkeep and maintain and all that stuff? I don't know. You probably have land. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. Um, you just sit in front of the computer all day. Yeah, that's basically what she says. You just sit in front of the computer all day. That's all you do is you sit in front of the computer and you talk to, and then she knows like my intro. She she goes, "What's up, you guys? It's Matt here." That's all you do. Good, just driving home from work and listening. Well, thank you for listening, for stopping by, and hopefully you're driving safe and not you know getting into any trouble, any accidents because of me, because you're typing. So yeah, she's mocking me. Don't lie. You sit down there all day and play Fortnite. Fortnite? No. My nephews play Fortnite, and apparently they love it. And I'm like, I thought Fortnite was like a thing for like 2020 or something. No, I use voice to text. Oh, okay, then that's good. I noticed no punctuation, but usually people don't put punctuation anyways. I mean, some people do. I try to, and I always use it wrong. Oh, there is punctuation there. No, I use voice to text. So you say like no, comma, I use voice to text. You should tell her all your followers say hello. She doesn't know what that means. I still play Minecraft. I believe Minecraft is still a thing. But I thought Fortnite was like dying off, but apparently it's not. It's still a huge thing. But anyways, let's see if anything's happening within the market when it comes to news. Like what's happening there. So crypto exec sees mid to low 20K BTC price before new all-time high. Mid to low 20K. What is their breakdown of this? So they think it's going to be a trip to at least $30,000 under a scenario favored former ARK investor, crypto lead, um, Chris Burn is psych, but whatever his name is. Um, let's see. In a post on X, formerly Twitter. Why do they even say that now? Why don't they just say X? On a post on X in January 25th, um, that person who is and now a partner at a crypto venture capital firm placeholder, said the BTC price should at least drop to 30K. Why do they believe that? Bitcoin continues to field bearish price and increased number of crypto industry household names are calling for lower. The path to get there will be volatile. Expect fake outs and will take months to play out. So Bitcoin to at least 30,000 or 36K before the local bottom. And wouldn't be surprised if we test the mid to high 20s before. Wouldn't be surprised. It's not saying that it's going to happen. Wouldn't be surprised if we test the mid to high 20s before it's all said and done. And we make an actual move towards previous all time highs, he summarized. Um, the theory appears to take BTC to USD beyond April's block subsidy having expecting the recovery from this month's 20% dip to be much longer term affair. While Bitcoin may suffer, altcoins have will have a harder time. He forecasts. If if I'm right, for the most part, other names will drop more in percentage terms than BTC. I always think about these, and I'm like, when you see these predictions and they end up turning out to be false, right? When it turns out to be false, it's like I don't ever remember who said these things or what was said there, right? If you're constantly following these people, then it's understandable. But I I don't generally see that, but anything could happen. I don't expect it to pull back to those levels, um, to pull back to the mid 20s, but we'll have to look at the chart and see if that's the expectation. It has pushed quite a bit, but has recently come down about um, 20+%. So yeah, uh, if you see Bitcoin dip, so as a Cointelegraph reporter, multiple factors currently influence calls for BTC price strengthen to keep weakening going forward. These include um, macroeconomic what is that phenomenon? I can't even say that word. Tied to the United States financial policy and global liquidity trends. The latter, a source of sensitivity for crypto markets. Earlier this week, Arthur Hayes, former CEO of crypto exchange BitMEX, predicted that Bitcoin could fall to 30,000 before recovering. More drastic predictions include the notorious trader capo of crypto because he's capping. Um, so who still believes that $12,000 is on the table for the time being? However, he sees, uh, okay, in my opinion, local bottom is for a while. Confirmation would be a reclaim of the 40K level. It would confirm deviation below this level, taking all of the liquidity that was there. Part of his latest Telegram channel analysis reads. Let me go into Bitcoin and understand the bigger picture and why they believe that 30,000, this level right here will be a significant point. So somewhere around this point is where they believe that it's going to come back to where it touches as a form of support, as well as that basically level to where you can see the multiple supports and resistances that are there. Um, and then even some other support, some further support as you are over here. So they're believing that 30,000 is going to be that level that it does end up retracing to after seeing all of this. I can't say that I honestly see that. If we are in more bullish momentum, I can't say that I honestly see that. Um, I understand the possibility of that happening and always keeping the door open for anything dark that could happen. Um, but I don't necessarily see that happening, getting down to the level of 20 or 30,000. Just like, they said, oh, Bitcoin, when it dropped down here, they were like, Bitcoin's getting down to 10,000. I was like, I don't really see that happening. I see 17,000 as the lowest level, but then all of the other extra things came on where it was like the um, what's it called? The crashes of exchanges and bankruptcies of exchanges, crashes of certain positions. And it was like a big problem, right? And it brought it down to about 15,000. I still didn't believe that we would see 10,000. But to say that this is going to get down to 12,000 is ridiculous. I don't think that's the case. To say that this is going to get down to 30,000, a little bit less ridiculous, but still, I believe it's not something that I see that's in the cards unless there's some sort of large amount of negative news that's coming out of it. Like if we see all of a sudden that more exchanges collapse or something like that, or the SEC wins certain lawsuits labeling everything as a security, then that could be more of a problem. The issue is that I don't see that. I don't see that happening. I drank no water this morning. I need to start drinking more water. I just continue to talk and I don't drink. So, yeah, I think I don't see that as a thing. I mean, if anything, I see it down to this trend line, which means the lowest point right now would be about that 30,000 level, if it was to pull back right now. However, I do see it bouncing off of the 200 EMA. So if it was to pull back right now, the 200 EMA would be a significant point to where it does bounce from and then create a little bit further of that movement, meaning that right here would be 32K. However, again, I still within that trend line, I still don't see that taking place. I see this moving up and eventually getting back to this overall touch point, but throughout time. So it might be somewhere here where it reaches that level, somewhere here or somewhere here. But either way, it's going to find that touch point at some point over here. I hope that we're going to see it skyrocket, and I would believe that it would pull away from that and create a brand new channel, which is more of an aggressive channel. But again, I everybody's always looking for the worst thing to happen, which is good to understand. It's good to know that you have people understanding what the worst case scenario is so that if it does happen, nobody's surprised. However, we shouldn't 100% expect that to happen. We should kind of expect more something in the middle, but still knowing that the worst case scenario could be this, you know? Um, this narrative that Bitcoin always has to dump just to move forward is getting old. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree 100%. We have ETFs, then Bitcoin halving in 3 months. Hopefully, the memes will follow. On wait on from that, will it? Will happen. Follow memes in a few months, and all this falls in place. I have some truth to that statement. Is there going to be a test? Is there going to be a test later? Like you mean like a test of certain prices, or you mean like I'm testing you to make sure that you're paying attention? Is that what you're? I don't know what you're talking about. I will say these dumps have the chance to become more volatile because of the ETFs buying and holding, less liquidity for exchanges. So typically, when in my history of understanding ETFs and launches of ETFs are start volatile unless you see a lot of money that's flowing into these ETFs, which typically you're not seeing as much that has flowed into Bitcoin. I think it's the most that we've ever seen in like 24 hours or something like that, multiple billions of dollars. Um, but as we understand ETFs, the idea of ETFs is to stabilize. You have these ETFs that people buy into, but not owning the specific asset. They have that, they hold it for a long time. You hope that the strength of the ETF comes from the amount of time that's being held from it. It provides more strength to the overall position, which essentially will provide more to the overall market, which should stabilize it a little bit more and create less volatility. So right now, while yes, it being volatile is a thing because Bitcoin is volatile, the more that's invested into these ETFs, the less volatile it actually is. The more that institutions start to invest, the less volatile it actually is. So as you see all of these things that are coming on, which you still haven't seen major institutions that are heavily investing into Bitcoin or back into Bitcoin, and that's why you're still seeing it at a $40,000 to $50,000 mark instead of a 60 or 70 or $100,000 mark. You'll start to see that consistency. But I understand where you're coming from, where um, ETFs right now are making things very volatile, and they will in the beginning stages of it. That's just how ETFs go. All right, now I'm home and I can text. All right, well, anyways, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening on the way home. I appreciate it. Um, let's see. The money that flows out of Bitcoin typically rotates into altcoins. Uh, For the most part, yeah. And you see the opposite with altcoins, where people that are making money from altcoins typically throw their money into some of the bigger name plays that they believe in the most, for a lesser gain. Kind of like you doing the same thing in the stock market. You have a more volatile play, you have a play that's a lot more risky, and when you throw whatever gains that you do have there into now an ETF or into the S&P 500, and that's going to be more consistent than what you see in a standard, just regular position in a tech stock or growth stock or a small cap stock. Just all of them randomly seem odd. 3 cycles now. Nobody can predict what altcoins. I'm talking actually Bitcoin, not the ETFs. The ETFs have a chance to make uh, liquid Bitcoin more volatile. Wait, what? Make liquid Bitcoin more volatile. So you're saying not the price point, but just I'm trying to understand. Like you actually, it's going to make actually owning Bitcoin more volatile, or are you saying like the price is going to be more volatile associated with it? Because honestly, they move together since it is just investing into Bitcoin. So I'm trying to wonder, or I'm wondering like where that's coming from. Yeah, I see it, but I'm just saying how they always make. It seems like Bitcoin, as it takes this crazy haircut and then starts moving up, like it can't appreciate its on its own. Yeah, I get what you mean. But thank you for upgrading your membership, Coco Puff. I appreciate it. Actually, I was supposed to make you a moderator, so I'm gonna make you a moderator. um, Let's not forget to hit that like button. Yeah, we got 111 likes, so I appreciate all the people that are here, as well as the people that are on anybody that's watching on X. We got one viewer that's watching on X, and I appreciate you. We also have 10 people that are watching on Rumble, and we still have 3 likes. I would like to get to 4 likes, 5 likes. That would be amazing. Finally got my Lunic back from the undelegation. I feel like it took forever, and now all my original 12 million staked on stake bin. Uh, Hope they do better than those validators. Yeah, I mean, I have seen a stake bin that has um that has been very forward in exactly how they voted. I know they may change votes from time to time, but the point is that they vote. The point is that they put their voice out there, and they say exactly how they feel in a certain way. And I don't want to see the one thing I don't want to see is anybody change just because you want to, adhere to what the overall community wants. But either way, you're not trying to see both sides and play both sides. You're just trying to vote and how you feel like you want to vote, or how you feel like the people that are staking with you want to vote. You know what I mean? So yeah. Do you like Corgi AI? Do you think Kronos Chain will explode this bull run? So yes, I think Chronos Chain will explode. I think we will have a lot of things that do run. Do I like Corgi AI? I can't say that I love it, um, but I like the movement that it has experienced, and it is Kronos's meme coin. And you want to find, if you believe in a certain chain, you want to find their meme coins. You want to find their most popular coins and be a part of those, right? So whether it's Solana, whether it's Ethereum or AVAX or whatever, you want to find those and be a part of those, and have that. So I don't currently have any Corgi AI, and maybe I'll have some in the future, but I don't have any at the moment. So I kind of want to do, if I kind of want to do like, live streams for just Patreon. I feel like that would be very beneficial to go over certain things and see what's happening within the markets, and also bounce ideas off of each other, and also have maybe conversations as well, about what we see within the markets. And I would like to do it to where we utilize maybe Discord. Um, how does anybody feel about that? Where we can actually have an open like dialogue type of thing. It's like uh, anybody that's in the chat can honestly chat about anything. I was thinking about doing something like that where we can have maybe a 30-minute session. Um, um, if for Patreon, I would do a weekly roundup, like Saturday or Sunday. Well, I was thinking about doing something like the people that are here, if you want to be a part of it, um, just doing it because there's a lot of people that support just through Patreon, and I want to make it. I want to make it like a thing to where I have my Discord group, and I don't typically use Discord a lot. I'll use the community tabs a lot, and we or the community chats, and we could talk a lot more. But again, I have Discord, so we can open up an audio chat and just bring everybody into the audio chat and see what's happening within there, and maybe test out the waters a little bit right now, um, and see how that's going. Because we have a 24/7 audio chat that we can literally be a part of, and uh, have a conversation back and forth and see what everybody is investing into. And we can have certain things that we talk about, what's happening in the crypto market, anything anybody's invested into, and you know, just bounce ideas and information off of one another. It would be cool. I'll get my laptop fired up. Everyone talking at once. Yeah, so anybody can honestly talk, and obviously it wouldn't be absolutely everybody. It would only be a certain group that has connection to that certain chat. So the 24-hour voice chat. Like right now, I'm already in the 24-hour voice chat, and if I wanted to be in there, we can be in there. We can all talk, but we would just take turns, obviously talking like it's a meeting. But there's not a crazy amount of people over there. So as you get to a certain amount of people, it will be only the a select group of people that would be there. So it would be like anybody that's profit hands level. If you're profit hands level, you have access to that chat. um, I would love for Discord to get some new blood in there. Yeah, I mean, that would be fantastic. I don't typically um, put a lot of stuff there, um, but we can always definitely start up or revamp the entire thing while we're doing the main features of that would be more around the voice chat, the 24-hour voice chat, which would be open, I believe, to everybody, permissions right now. Or let me see the overview and everybody that's allowed to be in there. I believe it's everybody. Or do I only have access to this? No, it's not a private channel. So it's for everybody at this moment. Um, how do I get out of the voice? If I was trying to leave, forget how I get out of it if I'm trying to leave. Not edit channel. Oh, I just disconnect. All right. Um, I can't access my Discord. The Google Authenticator got deleted. Oh, that sucks. That absolutely sucks. Oh, Bonk is dead, brother. Why is Bonk dead? Still bullish on Bonk. I bought some today. So I still believe that Bonk has a lot of potential forward, but I do need to see a lot of these through as like short-term plays while keeping long-term aspects of them. I did a, and I get that kind of confused sometimes, but we'll see how that goes. So that's what I'm gonna do, guys. If you want to join me on Discord, I'm gonna do. Actually, if you are a Patreon member right now, if you're a Patreon member right now, go over to Discord group, go over to the Discord and join the 24-hour, 24/7 audio chat that we have. Because if you can join the 24/7 audio chat, I think you can just click on it and start chatting immediately, which I would have to get my headphones and stuff. Do you have a link? If you are a part of the Discord, you have the link. If you're not a part of the Discord, you don't have the link. Even dead things live in the bull market. Do you know anything about Pandoshi? No, I don't. I can't say that I do. Let me see if I have headphones. Um, Hello, is anybody in here yet? I want to see if anybody can join in. I actually have to turn this around. Harper stole your headphones. No, I don't think she didn't steal them. I have a bunch of different headphones. But yeah, I just want to get in here, and I don't know if the volume will be low. All right, so I hear myself twice. Okay. All right, perfect. Let me see. I don't want to. I was here. Yeah, I was hearing myself a couple of times. I think it's on Coco's like feedback. All right. Well, I want to make sure everything's good. That I'm not hearing myself 17 times.
So my bad.
All right. Well, it's cool. I want to see if I could do something like this because this would be cool to be able to have like a full like group of people to well, not like a bunch of people to where everybody's talking all at once, but at least to have some people to talk about crypto and just bounce some ideas off of each other and stuff like that. It would be cool to have that. You know? Yeah, it was always oh, someone dropped out. Brian dropped out. Um, what's the name of your channel? Whose channel? Wait, what are we talking about here? Peter. Um, but on Patreon, I have Patreon. What's going on?
Darn it, man.
I was gonna say I'm hearing some feedback here.
Sorry. And the lag from my computer to the Discord's terrible.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Rumble. Rumble's so far behind. Whenever I text you, you're 10 texts ahead in YouTube. It's terrible.
Oh wow. Yeah, I didn't know it was that far behind.
It's bad.
Yeah. Well, my someone's asking about the Discord channel. Like I said, if you go over to Patreon, you'll find I believe the Discord's pinned on there, or is it not? Let me actually check. But yeah, I thought this was a good idea to be able to bounce ideas off of each other and just, have a conversation to see what everybody's investing into, if you have any newer investments and, what you've looked at, and this will have more of an open dialogue for anybody that's over in Patreon, which would be cool.
This is amazing.
So I want to see if we can get, other people to join here. I know we have a good how many members? We got like a few tens of members in Patreon. So, oh, it's not pinned. My exit plan spreadsheet is pinned. That's probably why it's difficult. But if anybody is a part of Discord, yeah, I wanted to see if this would work, and then we can have conversations here about what's happening in the crypto market. Um,
Okay.
all right, guys. Well, make sure you hit that like button. We got a 112 people that are here and 122 likes. Is there anything you're investing into right now, Brian? I know you brought up a couple of things, but
I bought Honk last night from HG Access.
yeah.
I
So
think I think it's doubled in price since I bought it.
yeah, I saw that was up. I looked at that the last 3 days. It was up 800%. So I actually have a video coming out today, sponsor video is coming out today. So I did invest a little bit into it, but not a crazy amount. I don't know. I typically don't invest when something is at, an 800% increase, but I wanted to have a little bit of it, so I am talking about it as well as to have my foot in the door type of thing.
Right? That's what I did, 100
Yeah.
bucks.
Yeah. So it's up 100% for you. So you're up to $200.
Yeah, 250 I think right now.
Oh, that's amazing. That's absolutely
It's
amazing.
not bad. I had to trade it on Radium through the
Mm.
Phantom app, which was really hard to get through,
Hmm.
and then import it to my Trust wallet. So my Trust wallet shows me that I have 10,000 tokens, but doesn't show that I have a price. So I have to keep checking on CoinMarketCap.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. So I have mine on Coinbase wallet. So wait, actually, let me see if I can get over here. Um, yeah, I have mine on Coinbase wallet. And I've been investing into a lot of, I don't know if you saw, but I've been investing into a lot of like meme coins. I have my whole portfolio over here now for meme coins. I even put Bonk over here from Coinbase, and I invested a little bit into Honk. I actually have like I said, I'm gonna have a video coming out. Should be later today, but not 100% sure. So yeah, it's crazy.
Awesome.
It's crazy the amount of movement that we've seen in Solana meme coins and how much interest is there. It's like everything is in Solana has been just like 10x what everything else is doing in any other chain.
Right? Even though Solana's down to 84 or $87.
Yeah, well, now it's down to like or it's up to 90 something. So it has been moving a little bit, but either way, a lot of money is flowing through the chain itself.
And I do like how fast Solana is too when you use it.
Oh
When
yeah.
I buy Solana and send it, it's almost as fast as XRP.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so I wanted to test this out to see if this would work, and I'm going to like what I'm probably going to do is we'll do like live streams and then we'll like supplement it with like Patreon live streams as well, give a little bit more value to Patreon members and stuff. And I'm not sure if it's going to be for every level of Patreon because I feel like that can get hectic with having these audio chats and being live while having these audio chats and may be very difficult to do. But just giving that extra layer for, especially if you're like a higher tier level, a higher tier Patreon member, that would be fantastic. But yeah, I just wanted to test it out here to see if this does work. And yeah, I think we'll be using this audio chat a lot more.
Well, if I can give a quick testimonial for you, everyone join Patreon because it's been absolutely the best thing that I've done for my crypto portfolio is to get the spreadsheets, which calms me down, gives me exit plans, gives me goals. Watching you buy throughout Patreon and getting that early access has really like cut me in on, oh, I want to do this or I want to do that. I knew that you were a Grok millionaire before anybody else set that as my goal. Today, I will be achieving that goal. And so Patreon really has picked up all the holes in my knowledge and my gap. And it's just awesome to be able to reach out to people of like mind.
I appreciate the kind words. I appreciate that a lot. So you heard it here. Go to Patreon, sign up for Patreon, be a part of it. Because honestly, it does benefit not only me, but it benefits everybody else. Where we can bounce ideas off of each other. I mean, and it's not about just me being able to make people a ton of money, but it's more about us all finding a way to grow together and learn from each other. Because nobody's a true expert, but what we do have is we have a little bit more knowledge of something than the other person, and maybe you need to know about that, and I need to know about something that you have in your mind. So that's what it's all about. So yeah, like I said, I just wanted to thanks for the kind words. I appreciate that. But
Yeah.
I do want to end like this live stream, so I'm going to stop in the 24-hour or 24/7 audio chat. But I appreciate you testing this out with me to make sure that it does work, so that we can do this for the future.
Awesome. Have a good one.
Yep, you too. See ya. All right, so the audio chat is great. It's great to be able to see that. Um, have and I don't know exactly what the requirements will be there, but what I want to do, like I said, is to maybe establish something through Patreon where we do maybe a Patreon only thing, or we do a certain level within Patreon that will always be live with me as we talk about crypto and go through different things. And if they want to contribute to the chat, they can contribute to the chat if they want to, and we'll talk about cryptocurrency throughout our normal breakdown and everything like that. And if they want to contribute with any type of a question, they can come up with that question throughout the main live stream. So you have that ability to kind of bypass everybody else and just go, hey Matt, I have a quick question. So it takes out every single chat that we have there, and we're talking to you. You know what I mean? So it gives you that ability to either get a question answered by me, or we can just talk about the crypto market and maybe ease uh, you know your mind when it comes to things that are maybe dropping a little bit more, or things that are running a little bit too much. So I think that'll be it. I just got to figure out the structure and exactly what I want to do, because that would mean that only certain members would be able to access this part of Patreon, and this part of Discord. So we'll see how that works, because if you have just the $5 like Discord members, you may have 300 people or something that's in there at the same time, all going, hey Matt, I have a question, I want to talk, which honestly will keep views up and all of that stuff. But we'll see. Either it's going to be a live stream only type of thing, so Patreon only type of thing, or it'll be more of like we're live to everybody, but certain Patreon members have access to asking questions whenever they feel like it during these live streams. And like I said, it'll go as normal. Like I'll go through different positions and what I'm feeling within Bitcoin and everything like that, and they can basically interrupt whenever they want to interrupt and go, "Hey, this is what's uh, this is what I see within the crypto market. I don't really see Bitcoin doing this, or I don't really see that." And it's always great to, even if we disagree, it's fine. I got to get my Grok bag together. Yeah, I really like Grok, and I know there's people that are not really bullish on the position as much as I am, but I really like what they have in store. I really like the amount of supply that's there, the market cap that it got up to, um, the popularity that's on YouTube, or not on YouTube, that's on Twitter. It's just great. I had no idea you were a Grok millionaire. Congrats, buddy. Well, yeah, I have a million Grok, but I don't have $1 million in Grok. Um, so there's two ways to classify it, right? Um, a Grok millionaire could be ones that you have a million or over a million, or if you have $1 million. And honestly, I want to get to the latter. I would love to have $1 million in Grok. I currently have a million Grok though, which honestly, it's not ridiculous to say that this can't get to a um, a $6.9 billion market cap for the amount of meme coins that have run and how big the meme coin space will be for this next bull market. I believe Grok will be worth that. Um, uh, Got to start working on that on building Grok. Yeah. Do you still hold Elmo ERC? Yes. I still actually stake it, and I don't know if they have the ability to. I thought it would like come back at some point. I think I staked it for a year, or it might be a little bit less. I don't know, but I still hold Elmo ERC, and in my wallet. Let me go back here. In my wallet, if I go to my Ethereum wallet, let's see. Is it Ethereum? It is Ethereum. If I go to my Ethereum wallet, I have 20,000 Elmo here, but I also have 200,000 or over 200,000 that's sitting in it staked. So yeah, I still have my Elmo. And also, Grok is not telling me how much it's worth in dollar values, which is not the best. But I have a 1 million Grok. I'm hype about that. Can't wait until that explodes to a whole nother level. But so you're a Grokillionaire, I guess. Sorry if you already answered this, but I gotta ask. Yeah, any ideas on what you think the bottom of XRP will be this run? I got some trades on, been building for years, but now I want to try to go big. So I think where we are honestly is a not the bottom point that we've ever seen. Obviously, you're looking at 40 and 30 cents as those levels of, those ultimate bottom points. But do we believe that this is going to get down to those points again? I honestly don't see it. When I look into, let's go back here. When I look into XRP for the long term and I look at it on Margex, again, if you guys want to start trading on Margex, feel free to use my link that's in the chat. When I look at Margex here, we see the movement and how this has slowly moved up. I just shifted it. Oh, come on. I didn't want to shift it. But how this slowly moved up, to this level. I don't expect it to come back down to these levels. I don't expect it to come back down to 26 cents, or whatever that lowest point has been. I don't expect that. But what I do expect is for it to slowly start to increase. I do expect it to increase to some of these levels and then find a little bit of a retracement. And I believe where we stand is the lowest level for the time being, right? Because we are touching this trend line. We are basically touching this trend line, ready for this to explode here. And it's going to move. It's going to surpass this level of 75 cents. And like I said, that's the reason why I wanted to be in it at these levels. I currently hold at a cost basis of about 55 cents, 55 or closer to 60 cents. So if I believe in it at that point and believe it's going to go a lot further, this is a low level that if you're looking for the long term, it will pay out at a massive in a massive scale. I'm thinking about jumping into Chat GPT. They are now using on the Brave browser. They're now used on the Brave browser. Never used the Brave browser. I don't even understand why people build on it. Why people build on what? Jacob. Nope, ETH is garbage. I don't think ETH is garbage. I like ETH. I would buy more ETH. I would hold more ETH. But yeah, I don't think it's garbage. But everybody's free to, feel a certain way. It's just way too expensive to build on. It's way too expensive to transact on. I don't know about building. It's actually not that expensive to build on. It's way too expensive to transact on. Um, Sorry for spamming this question, but I really want to know your opinion. Um, what do you think of Caspa? So I have Caspa, I have H bar. I could say that I like Caspa more if I was looking to kind of compare the two. H bar has a lot of potential as well. I believe Caspa should be worth probably north of $20 billion worth of a market cap, definitely getting past that level of a dollar, probably passing, jumping past that, even being worth multiple dollars at that point. Um, for H bar, again, I've seen the potential in where that can go, and I kind of compare it to, not compare the exact movement or the potential there, but compare it to CRO. I always compare the things that are in the same price range, to push up to, these levels of, getting to, what we all want, which is a dollar. Whatever we have, we want it to be at that value. If we're holding 30,000, we want to have $30,000. If we're holding 50,000, we want to have $50,000, and so on and so forth. Now, do I hold a lot of H bar? No, it's like $150 or something. Um, but yeah, I do see, some great potential within both of them. I would say a little bit more in the Caspa side. Solana isn't decentralized enough to be the solution we need, for the future of finance. We need complete decentralization. Yeah, yes and no. Um, we need no control over, how that can change. Like I don't really know how to put it, but yeah, I guess you could say that. I'm trying to formulate my argument, but I can't really formulate it into words. Do you enjoy being a day trader compared to having a 9 to 5 where you have a guaranteed income? So, I did enjoy being a day trader. Day trading was fantastic, and I always think it's fantastic. The only thing I don't like is having 25,000 that you really can't do anything with but make money from. If you're in, let's say if you're day trading from, and the reason why I say that is because I day traded in the stock market. I really don't day trade in the crypto market. So I day traded, for years at this point. I would say the most that I've ever made in a single year was about, 30,000, 30,000. I went to 30,000, $32,000. Basically making about $100 a day while you're including in the weekends, meaning that I had to make more during the week in order to do that, but typically $100 a day, right? So, maybe a little bit less. Um, but day trading is fantastic side income. It's never something to completely take over your income, for me at least, because it's so, uh it's so, I don't know, temperamental, right? I don't know how else to put it. It's not something that's consistent, right? And if you have the inconsistency within day trading, you need something that's going to be able to provide, consistency for your family, at least some form of consistency. So either you can have one thing that's very consistent, a 9 to 5, where you can make a consistent amount of money and pay, 30% or whatever you pay in taxes. Um, or you can have a lot of different forms of income that are inconsistent. Some things that end up making you a decent amount of money, and some things that don't, but then could make you a decent amount of money, right? I have probably 7 or 8 sources of income, right? So day trading or trading is a very small piece of that now. I don't day trade at all in the stock market. I don't really day trade within the crypto market as much. I mean, I've started to gain quite a bit from Margex, but, that's, it's only been a couple of months, so I don't really classify that as that. But I have different sources of income where it's like YouTube is the main source of income for me, as well as sponsorships that come with it is another main source of income. And then you have, dividend investing, where I get a little bit, a little chunk of change out of that, a small amount. I have, Patreon that gives me a little bit that's out of that. I have, different affiliate links that may give me a little bit out of that. So all together, I try to have as many sources of income as I can that honestly are very inconsistent, but together they create something that is more consistent as long as I stay steady on that. So, do I like the real question is, do I like this, what I'm doing, over having a 9 to 5? 1,000,000%. Um, and the reason being is because I get to spend as much time as I want with my children. I get to take as much time as I want off. I don't have to request any time off. I don't have to have any type of boss, right? The only boss I have is me, and whatever I feel like, however I feel like working for that day, I can work. But I have to have that drive and focus in order to gain the revenue that I need to gain. So it while I may be working more hours, I don't know what Hayden's doing upstairs. She's stomping around. While I may be working more hours, because honestly I am, because I'm always worried about what's happening with that view count, what's happening with this description, what's happening with that and this and that. It feels like I'm working less because I'm at home, I'm with my children, I'm able to converse with them, I'm able to do a bunch of stuff, and I like it 1,000,000% more than having a 9 to 5 where you may not even be appreciated. And that's the struggle that I had, right? I was building as many things as I could for the company that I was working for, and I was never appreciated. In the beginning, I was, right? You had a certain leader over top that was all about family, that loved family, and loved bringing everybody together, and asking people how their day is going and how their month is going and how family life is and all that stuff. And then that person transitioned out. A new person came in that was all about work and efficiency and everything there. And work and efficiency, or production and all that stuff went down. It got worse because of the fact that it was all about, hey, we need to drive this home to get better when we've already been at a really, really good spot. And it seemed like, yes, we were still striving to offer new things, but it it was not good. So it was more of like a, we don't care about your family, we don't care about your personal life, we care about getting this work done. And that's where it's like no appreciation, all appreciation went out the window. So it was a problem for me. Um, so now I have that appreciation, right? The appreciation comes from, I know the comment section is not really the best place to get appreciation from, but the select community that we have here, you heard the kind words from Brian. Like, obviously, what what I try to do and what I try to offer is that I try to help people as much as I possibly can. And hearing that it does help people, I just developed a southern accent there for some reason. Hearing that it does help people, um, is a big deal. It makes me happy. It makes me feel like I'm appreciated, and way more than what I was getting in my 9 to 5. So I appreciate you guys a lot. Everybody that's here, whether you're a moderator, you're a member, you're a subscriber, it doesn't matter. I appreciate you guys for being here. Um, Everyone join the Patreon. Thank you for saying that, Brian. I appreciate it. We got 15 people that are over on Rumble, and we have 4 likes. So thank you for hitting that like button and supporting the channel. I mean, it means the world to me. All right. Um, Without you, we would only have Oscar rainbows. For Kronos, is that what you're saying, or you're saying crypto? There's a lot of people. Oh, there's a lot of people to watch for crypto. There's a lot of good people that I would say, everybody has their own lane that they want to be in on, right? So there's some people that are more Bitcoin based. Like, if I talked about Bitcoin all the time, I'm sure I would pull in, a ton of views, because Bitcoin, the interest in Bitcoin never dies. It's always there, and people want to know more and more about Bitcoin. I'm sure the same thing can go with Solana, right? There's people out there that are purely in Solana, or people that only love ETH and will continue to talk about ETH. Um, but I'm one of those people that's a huge fan of XRP, and I want to continue to be that huge fan of XRP on YouTube and represent that in a large way, as I have 20,000 XRP. It's not the most. Like I don't have 50,000 XRP, but who's really to say that I won't? Like what happens if let's say I make $100,000 or whatever on one play, and I now can invest a good, maybe $20,000 into a different position that I want to put aside. Absolutely, right? It would make sense to throw money on a play that I truly, truly believe in. It would be probably 50% of my portfolio if I decided to do that. But either way, for good reason. I really like XRP. I'll make money on crypto and buy gold bricks and hide them just in case. But I'm a bit odd. Probably start a nonprofit also. Help the homeless. Yeah, I always donate to No Kid Hungry, which I have to do this month, but because I never want to get into that situation. Loopring is a cool project, allowing anyone to build an order book exchange is a nifty idea. Yeah, I mean, I was a fan of Loopring and still have Loopring in my portfolio. I think I have it over in the Loopring wallet um, or platform, and I have like a pool set up with ETH and Loopring. And I think they're both down significantly, but I still hold it over there, still believe in what that is. It's like a few thousand of Loopring and could be worth like a couple of thousands of dollars or even north of that, maybe $10,000. Gonna run a work meeting. Have a great day, everyone, on purpose. Yes, have a great day. I don't know what that means. Like have a great day on purpose. Like you meant to have a great day. Or is that something else? I probably have 25% of my portfolio in one token. Yeah, I mean, I would say that's about 20% for me because I have 60,000 that's in my total portfolio and I have 10,000 that's in XRP. So, yeah, about 20% that's in that position. But then I also have 20% or more than that into a CRO. And then I also have invested um, maybe somewhere closer to 10% into Grok. So there's some plays to where I'm invested a heavy amount into, but um, I would like to have like 50% of my portfolio in XRP. I said I'm done buying XRP. I said it, but it doesn't mean that I mean it. No, I believe I'm done buying XRP. I don't want to really buy anymore. I want to have other options that are out there as well. Just telling everyone to purpose themselves to have a great day today. That's great. That's great advice. I like that. Just got a couple of error messages trying to send a tagged message in the chat. You got a couple of error messages trying to send a tagged message in the chat. Well, that's not good. YouTube, you got to fix this stuff, right? All right, guys. So I pretty much have to get out of here. Um, Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Um, Also, make sure you check out some of the links in the description. If you want to see Margex or you want to start trading with Margex, again, feel free to go and trade with them. You can trade up to 100x leverage on things like BNB, on BTC. When is the settlement? I don't know when the settlement will be. The final decision is in April, not a select date, but by the end of April. But you could see a settlement beforehand if they decide to all get on the same page. But either way, you can trade up to 50x leverage on XRP. You can trade 100x leverage on BTC, Ethereum, BNB, and 25x leverage on things like SHIB and Pepe and Caspa. So if you want to check those out and be a part of that and start trading and making some gains and whatnot, feel free to check out my link that's in the chat. I would appreciate it. It does give a little kickback to the channel. And I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.